The Strength of Stillness. The Power of Stillness, a journey to master the inner world and return to the true self. In an increasingly noisy and chaotic world, where people constantly try to speak louder, do more, and prove their worth, stillness becomes a rare kind of strength. It is neither loud nor showy. It requires no justification. It simply is, steadfast like a mountain in the storm, unmoved by the surrounding noise. 1. Stillness is a hidden power. The loudest person in the room is rarely the strongest. They yell, boast, and overreact, not from strength, but from an inner insecurity. They need noise to fill the silence within. In contrast, the truly strong have no need to impress. They are not rushed, not impulsive. They are like a sharp blade kept hidden, not for show, but always ready. Stillness does not mean passivity or avoidance. It's the ability to act with calm presence. It is maintaining awareness when everything around seems to fall apart. The strong do not react to everything. They observe, they listen, and they respond, consciously. 2. You are not your emotions, you are the observer. Since childhood, we're taught that emotions define us. When angry, we say, "I'm hot-tempered." When sad, "I'm weak." But the truth is, you are not those emotions, you are merely experiencing them. Emotions come and go like passing clouds, while you are the vast sky behind, always present, always peaceful. When you identify with emotions, you lose your freedom. You're swept away by inner storms without realizing it. But when you become the observer, you begin to reclaim your power. You clearly see anger rising, you notice sorrow approaching, but you are not consumed by them. 3. Remaining the observer, the key to inner freedom. Within each of us lies a quiet place, the observer. This part doesn't get swept up in emotions, doesn't react unconsciously, it simply witnesses. When someone insults you, you can react, but you also have the right not to. You can choose silence, not out of weakness, but because you know your peace isn't worth the cost of an argument. Inner freedom comes from the ability to stay centered amid chaos. It's not about suppressing emotions, it's about mastering them. It's wisdom, it's strength, when you no longer let others control your emotional state. 4. True strength lies not in reaction, but in awareness. Reaction is instinct. Awareness must be cultivated. When insulted, challenged, or hurt, your emotions rise, that's natural. But you are not obliged to act on them. Between stimulus and response, there is always a gap. In that space, you have a choice. That gap is where real life begins, not as an unconscious reflex, but as a conscious being. You choose calm over rage. You choose understanding over judgment. You choose peace over revenge. That's true power, when you master your reactions instead of letting them master you. 5. Emotions are guests, don't hand them the keys to your mind. Most people live as if emotions are their masters. When angry, they yell. When hurt, they lash out. When misunderstood, they argue. But the truth is, emotions are just visitors. They are not you. And you don't need to obey everything they say. Emotional mastery does not mean numbness. It means feeling, without reacting unconsciously. You can feel anger, without needing to scream. You can feel pain, and still remain calm. That is maturity. That is the wisdom of a well-trained inner life. 6. Letting go, the path to true freedom. Inner freedom doesn't come from controlling the outer world, it comes from letting go of inner attachments. Whenever you feel anger, frustration, or hurt, ask yourself, what am I clinging to? An expectation? An ego? A fear? Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means releasing unnecessary resistance. It's understanding that not everything must go your way. It's learning to let float the things you can't control, and live in ease. The more you let go, the lighter you feel. The less you expect others to do something to make you happy, the more you discover happiness within. 7. Freedom doesn't come from changing the world, but from changing your response. We can't control everything that happens, but we can always control how we respond. And that response is what determines your peace. Others may say hurtful things, situations may change, but you can choose how you move forward, with awareness, with clarity, without being dragged. When you stop reacting unconsciously to negativity, you become your own guide. No longer a victim, but a creator. No longer controlled by life, but living it with intention and true freedom. 8. Face your emotions, neither avoid nor suppress them. Negative emotions are not bad. They are signals, indicating something inside needs attention. When you feel anger, sadness, or loneliness, don't rush to push them away. Sit with them. Listen. Explore what's happening inside. What is anger trying to say? What does the sadness reveal that needs healing? Observe emotions in the light of awareness, without judgment, without denial. In that space, you create a distance between you and your emotions. In that space, you gain freedom. And from that freedom, healing begins. 9. Stillness is not weakness, it's the foundation of wisdom. Stillness is not passive silence. It's the foundation of a clear, strong, and free mind. In that stillness, you can observe everything happening in life without being pulled in. You see the nature of every situation, and your own reaction, from a place of insight. From that place, you are no longer a victim of your emotions. You become the master of your mind. And when you master your mind, you master your life. 10. Returning to yourself, the original, free version. In life, we're often swept up in social expectations, to succeed, to be positive, to always be strong. We wear countless masks to meet external standards, until we forget who we really are. But one day, when the external things fall away, reputation, money, relationships, you'll see clearly, the only thing left is your true self. Not a role. Not a label. But you, raw, vulnerable, yet incredibly resilient. You don't need to become someone else. You only need to return to yourself, where there is wholeness, peace, and true strength. Living authentically may be quiet, but it brings lightness. You no longer need to strain for approval. And from that place, a new power arises, the power of living truthfully. 11. Freedom is when you no longer live from fear. Freedom is not doing whatever you want. It's when you're no longer dragged by the invisible forces within, fear of abandonment, fear of not being good enough, fear of losing something, fear of not being recognized. When you live from fear, you are no longer yourself. You are just running. But when you begin to face those fears with awareness, you'll see, nothing truly holds you back. Every barrier is one the mind built. And you are the only one who can dismantle them. Conclusion: where true power begins. True power doesn't come from controlling the world, but from mastering your response to it. Not from suppressing emotions, but from understanding and guiding them. Not from trying to look better in others' eyes, but from living in alignment with your truth. Each moment of awareness is a step on the journey home. Every time you choose to observe instead of react, to let go instead of cling, to live truthfully instead of chasing approval, you become freer. Inner freedom is not a destination, it's how you walk each day, with presence, with understanding, and with peace. You don't need to become someone strong, you only need to stop resisting yourself. And from that stillness, you begin to truly live. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to watch more interesting videos.